I am a very stylish girl.
Hey everybody, it's TribalButterfly's back again with another episode of Ask a Girl If You Have to Find Yourself. Okay, so this episode I only have one question, and it's one very long question which I'm sure some of you out there are pretty curious about. This question comes from one of my tip-top subscribers who's been with me for a very long time, BlackDog941. Hey Black Dog! So, let's get to his question. Black Dog asks, do you think there's a certain age limit to cosplay? I love going to anime conventions and dressing up in cosplay. To give you an idea of how old I am, I'm old enough to remember Generation 1 Transformers, original Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the original Voltron Defender of the Universe. So, do you think there is an age limit to cosplaying? If so, what is that age? Okay, so first things first, I hope you're not calling somebody who remembers Thundercats and G.I. Joe and Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Voltron old, because I remember those too. And yeah, I don't consider myself old. And in fact, you may remember an earlier episode from this year where I announced that even though I haven't been cosplaying in 4 years, I was planning a cosplay for this summer. Nocturnal. Does anybody remember that? So I'm actually gonna go back in time to where I actually cosplayed quite frequently. And you know what? I have to say, I was very, very pro there is no age to stop cosplaying. I'm not so sure that my mind has changed about that. I mean, cosplay is a very, very unique thing. It's an innocent thing. You're not hurting anybody by doing it. It's a fun thing, I mean, provided you're enjoying yourself. It's a creative thing, because, it takes a lot to, be able to come up with the ways to recreate designs from other people that are absolutely fictional and fantastical. I mean, it takes a lot of creativity to figure out how to make that happen. It's a hard work thing. I mean, it is not easy to make a cosplay. So, yeah, and it's a fan thing. I mean, it takes a lot of love to pick a character and to make it all and to go out in it and, let the world see you in that way and be like, you know what, I don't care what your opinion is, I'm having a great time doing this, I worked hard on this outfit, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So, you know what, I don't really see a negative to cosplaying, and I don't really see why there should be an age restriction on it, provided you're still happy doing it, provided you're getting good things out of it. So I don't really see a reason why there should be an age restriction saying you're too old to cosplay now. I don't understand why that would be. And if people are looking at you weird because you're a certain age and you're cosplaying, then I mean, it brings you right back to people hating on other people simply because they're not happy themselves, right? So, I mean, I stopped for 4 years, but if a cosplay came along that I really wanted to do, I would do it, and I wouldn't feel bad about it, and I wouldn't feel embarrassed to be doing it. I'd feel really proud that I found something I really enjoyed, and I made something that I was really proud to show off. So no, I don't think that there is an age limit on when you can and cannot cosplay. I mean, think about it, there's old characters, nobody's gonna be them, right? So if, I think it's totally fine for anybody to cosplay, and I want to say what I said back like 6 years ago, just because you look a certain way doesn't mean you have to cosplay characters that look a certain way. Just because you're young doesn't mean you can't cosplay old. Just because you're white doesn't mean you can't cosplay black. You can cosplay whatever you want, but I think the point here is just to be happy doing it, to not let other people poo on your parade, because if you're gonna cosplay, you're putting a lot of work into that, and you deserve to have a good time afterward. Yeah, I don't think there's an age limit, I really don't. Now, that being said, I think that behavior, however, has an age cap. Meaning, what I don't like to see is adults acting really, really childish, because there's gonna be kids there acting like kids. So you know, they need a good example to look up to, and that should be you, right? So be responsible in your cosplay, be respectful in your cosplay. Don't do things that are going to damage other people's costumes, don't do things that are going to damage other people's good time. I mean, you can cosplay, but be an adult in cosplay, you know? Don't revert into some stupid, you know, little kid who's just making everybody else's time terrible, you know? I mean, be respectful in the way you do it, but the act of actually doing it, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, just remember, always do things that are going to make you happy, always do things that you're proud of yourself for doing, and if you follow those two rules, I don't think you're ever going to turn yourself in the wrong direction, right? So yeah, that's all I think. I don't think there's an age limit, but when you feel it's time for you to stop, do not feel bad in stopping. It's your decision to make, and if you feel that you want to continue doing it, then feel good in doing it, and you know, that's your decision to make too. But whatever you do, just make sure you're happy, and make sure at the end of the day you feel that you made the right decision and you can sleep with yourself at night. So there you go. So yeah, that's my answer to your question. I hope it helped, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next week with another episode of something, and next month with an episode of Ask a Girl Who Can't Define Herself. Don't forget, if you want to send me questions about absolutely anything, they could be about cosplay, they could be about film, they could be about anything at all, anything, just write them in the comment section below, and I'll probably answer them, as long as they're not mean or horrible. But yeah, so just leave me a little comment, and I will answer your question in a future episode of Ask a Girl Who Can't Define Herself. And that's pretty much it. So like and subscribe and comment, and whatever you're gonna do it. And also remember, I'm on Facebook, so you can find me on Facebook. And yeah, awesome. So thanks a lot, you guys. I will see you later. Bye.
I am a very stylish girl.